We're here at New York Comic Con once again and talking to our old friends at Comic Book Men. We got Mike, Ming, Walt, and Brian all here, and it's amazing to get you all four together at the same time when you're not taping anything, because Ming now has a career of just being a professional con goer. He's traveling all around doing that. When do you find time to actually do the show with the rest of the guys?
We block off some time. There's a thing called weekdays, so I carve out. They usually don't hold cons on weekdays, so I'll find the time to do anything I need to do.
Don't be smart with him.
I was just going to say, does that smugness bother all of you?
Yeah, he's getting smart with you because there are a couple times where he left early from shooting because he had to go do a con, like in St. Louis or Colorado or some other like exotic locale.
Yeah.
What was it? I think I left early like once. Come on.
Season 2, Ming would not have had that smugness.
No, he would not.
He was so earnest and just so like
aim to please. Yeah.
He was a team player that season 2, Ming
days
Chen.
when you were just beating him down.
Yeah, I guess maybe I snapped. Did I feel like I snapped? I don't know. If this is me snapping, you're in good shape.
There's gonna be a Lifetime movie about him.
One of my favorite things is that there's people now that follow Ming at the cons, and they take photos of him when he goes in the back to get the free food or the water and comes back out.
Yeah.
People just stand there and take candid photos of Ming going into the back and just grabbing whatever he can.
That's got to be weird, right?
Yeah, bathrooms are even more weird. Like in the bathroom.
They're taking your photos in the bathroom?
No, he's taking theirs.
Yeah, I'm taking
for later use.
I'm taking theirs. I've really gone like haywire, like Jack Nicholson, like weird stuff, like all kinds of weird fetishes and stuff. Yeah. So, it's taking
that was a nice little non sequitur there, Ming.
Isn't it weird that when he says it like that, and it doesn't sound like a joke though? Like there's.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not joking.
He's got that. There's nothing behind the eyes when he's saying it.
Yeah, the only person in the world that says the word fetish, and you're like, gross.
Is this about Comic Book Man or me? I can't tell.
A Comic Book Man is you, Ming.
It's great.
Well, let's get the important stuff here. Of course, Season 7 is coming to AMC October 22nd.
October 22nd.
You still at midnight?
No, that one is going to be like
even later,
106.
106.
What's delaying you now?
They're trying to keep people on their toes, I guess.
Yeah, right? No, it's we've got a 2-hour Walking Dead and then 2-hour Talking Dead.
Yeah, so
yeah.
And then a 23-minute Comic Book Man.
A couple more seasons, then you're going to be right before Preacher on Mondays then.
Pretty much, yeah. So
you got the new season here. Of course, the highlights are the guests that are going to be stopping in, besides people trying to sell their wares to you. Who are some of the guests that are going to be featured on Season 7?
We got Burt Ward, Robert Englund, and from the Netflix series, Rosario Dawson and Mike Coulter.
We've got Method Man coming.
Lloyd Kaufman,
Lloyd
Uncle
Kaufman
from Troma Films.
Yeah. You should try to buy that hoodie with all the bullet holes from that Method Man wore at Luke Cage.
Yeah,
where you swapped outfits with him?
He has no idea what you're talking about.
No, I watched Luke Cage.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, you
all
smug
right.
little fuck.
All right. All right, you just had that blank
Tell
look.
me my business.
I know what a blank
you
look
look
looks
like me.
Yeah. All right, buy the hoodie then.
I'm gonna. Me and Nigel are going in on it. We're gonna share it.
Yes, it'll be like I'll have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you have it Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Or like Brian will have it
up and takes it.
Brian will have it all the days, and you'll get him none.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you'll pay
you'll
pay it all off.
Yeah, exactly.
The end of Season 6, you had Tom Cavanaugh come in, which is awesome because he's amazing on Flash, and I was also a big fan of his from his show Ed that was on NBC. So you guys have a great time with him, and you guys present him with a gift with the Reverse Flash Funko Pop. And Brian said, as he was leaving, it's how the rich get richer, getting all those Funko Pops for free. You guys have your own line of Funko Pops now.
Turns out I was wrong.
There's the answer.
It takes a great man to admit when you're wrong, and he just admitted it. He's a great man right in front of you.
Well, that was the old belief. It takes a great man. Now it just takes a guy who's like, I misspoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. It takes a guy who doesn't want to look like a complete ass.
Yeah, oops, I screwed up. Yeah.
They were supposed to be out today, right? I thought Funko said that they would be done by New York Comic Con, but I guess.
Well, I didn't see them, and I guess there must those Chinese
they're slacking.
Chinese production delays.
Is this the one that they had exclusively at the Funko store that opened up? The grayscale?
It's like a repaint. They're doing I think they're putting me in a different shirt, and they're doing a couple different things for a more mass.
So the New York Comic Con variants.
I don't know.
Or maybe the San Diego Comic Con variants. We're not really sure.
Right, or the Emerald City Comic Con variants.
Or Harrisburg.
The 2018 variants. It'll be out eventually.
Do they give them to you for free? Because I've had experience where I've talked to people that have figures and whatever, and they either didn't know it was out or that the company never sent them anything. Did you have this experience?
Well, we were there, so it was easy for us to be like, we know you got them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I took one set. But it was
I didn't
limited.
even get a set.
Walt didn't even get a set. Yeah, it was limited to 120 sets, so except for Kev, who was 500. So, yeah, they're pretty rare. We talked about it. They were going for a lot online.
Because I exhausted all my connections on the West Coast trying to get them, and I said, I hate to go to the secondary market, but I have to. And $500
for a set.
This was
for a Walt Flanagan.
For just one.
Yeah.
Really?
Each of us have sold for that much.
Yeah, they were all hovering around the $500 mark, singular. And I said, you know
I
what? I
wanna
love
meet
these
the
guys,
person
but not
who's paying that
$500 worth.
I really want to meet the person who paid $500.
No, first off, you want to get a set of them. Then you want to meet the person with the 500.
do you-
Who's going to spend the 500.
Do you find it ironic that you can't afford your own figure?
I just, like I said, man, I want to meet the person who is going to drop $500.
You probably
I'll
could. If you
introduce
were-
you to her later on.
If you were at the
I was
Funko
stunned.
booth today at,
Well, you know
at 10
someone who
a.m.
did?
when they
Yeah.
opened up the lottery and all that, you would have met those people.
Well, they didn't. Oh, well, they didn't have to pay that much during that day, right?
No, but those are the people who would pay that much to.
Are you a Funko Pop collector?
I am.
Yeah. What's your most valuable pop?
My most valuable pop?
Your most prized pop?
My prized one, because what I used to do, or what I still do, is when I have a guest come on and I know they have a pop, I bring it with me and I get them to sign it. But the ones for me were, when I first started getting into Funko, not knowing what it was, they had a 4-piece set of The Simpsons. I'm a huge Simpsons fan and Simpsons collector.
So The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. That would be
The answer is The Simpsons.
Long story short.
Actually, long story longer. That's all right.
So what does it feel like to have these things now? Like, I know they were trying to, I saw something, the artwork for season 7 has you guys sort of like in a 4-pack, but it's really you guys. But they made a special edition for an event that you had, and now you got the Funko Pop.
Right.
So what does it feel like to see yourself in merchandise now? Is this the epitome of success?
No.
No?
No. Having talent is the epitome of success, and I got none, so I'm good. I'm all right.
That's totally not true. You've seen enough TV and movies to know, like, having talent is not necessary. The Catch Me Outside girl just got a record deal.
All right.
That's...
You know
Yeah,
what?
but does she have her pop?
When we get a
Doesn't have a
record
pop.
deal...
Doesn't have a pop yet.
Oh, not yet. She'll probably get one.
You
we
might
get a record deal.
Mike.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get a record deal.
All
Hey, you
right.
could be like a lounge lizard like type
That'd be
singer,
great.
right?
All right.
Or all you have to do is
That
just take
baritone
clips
voice.
from the show and your podcast and stuff, and people auto-tune it, and then do a whole remix there, and you don't even need to sing the song.
Fine.
You
I'm going to
guys
start
have
wearing an
2
ascot.
records. You could get it. You could
Yeah,
get a record
you
deal.
do.
Yeah, yeah. We have a record deal with making Hey Records.
Yeah.
Just a small
maybe-
label out of Red Bank, New Jersey.
Maybe not life-wise, but as a toy collector, I mean, for me, you always want that toy of yourself with like the actual packaging, and you know that the public can go and buy. You know, maybe it's a small quantity, but you know anyone could have lined up and gotten.
So
that,
you're a success, Ming.
in the toy world, yes.
All right,
What
good
did
boy.
your kids say?
They thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're never gonna be cool to your kids unless you're animated or.
Or a cool dad.
Or show up, Dad.
Even then, even then, you're never cool
Yeah,
to your kids.
he's a
yeah.
stay away from home dad.
I had a question about when you tape the podcast scenes for each episode, where you're all sitting around the poker table and you're filling Kevin in on what's been going on, particularly in that episode. A lot of the cutaways, especially in the last season I've seen, is when other people are talking, it cuts to Walt, and he's going like this. And it always looks like you're just appeasing everybody who's there. Is it just because...
I am.
Eagle-eyed Eric.
It's this small, sly smile, like, yeah,
Who gives
like
a
you're
fuck?
just being polite.
I would think that's accurate. I think that's a good.
I don't think it's accurate. He's not being polite. He's being paid.
Is it like you want to be anywhere but there?
No, I mean it's just.
Those are long days.
They're probably using the same nod.
Okay.
You know, in editing, because I probably only did it once, but like
From
it's,
season 2.
It's such a great shot.
He
though.
never
You
changes
gotta
that
use
shirt.
it.
Yeah.
The international fan base, I've noticed, has really grown over the last couple of seasons here. Do you get a lot of international clientele coming into the store?
We're huge with ISIS.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then Mike
Yeah,
just
we-
met some from what?
Yeah,
Where
we
were they
met
from?
somebody from Argentina yesterday. because we're now in Latin America, which I think it's great. And
we're hardly in America.
I know we're shown once in America and like 15 times down in Latin America. So the Argentinian gentleman's like, I love you. I've seen all of your seasons. Everybody says the same thing though. They're like, I came here all the way from Argentina, as if like that's the sole reason they're there. And then it's like, well, what else are you doing? It's like, oh well, this one's getting married. Or I'm burying my grandma.
Vacation, yeah.
I'm just seeing New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And they happen to come down there. But what does that feel like? Where if you're just working in the store regularly, you're not taping anything, and you get these international fans coming in here? Is it still surprising to you, or is it kind of like you've accepted that everyone's seen this now?
That happened since day one at the Stash, though, because of Kevin Smith's, the movies he made. That drew a lot of visitors from all around the world once they found out he had a comic book store. So, has it grown more since Comic Book Men's been on there? Yeah, but it was something that we were used to, dealing with an international client base who would come onto the East Coast and try to find some time to make it to the Stash, based solely because they loved Kevin's movies.
I got to ask a business question. That is product.
Have you heard of Amway?
Is product placement?
I'd like to be a part of my pyramid scheme.
A big thing now with you guys, because when they do the shot with the guest on the other side of the counter, there's some material that's prominently placed. So are people now trying to get that space like they would in a supermarket, where they pay extra to get a certain shelf level or an end cap? Are companies doing this now to get their placement in the store so it shows up on TV?
I think that's probably an AMC question, but I think everything that you see in the background is predetermined before we even shoot day one. And that stuff stays there throughout the entire shooting sequence, or the duration of the filming, and it has to come down once the cameras go down, so they can put it right back up and everything stays in the same place. I imagine for editing reasons that they just in case they want everything to look exactly the same. But the pops that's there in episode 1, they're there in the last episode too, because the background contents must remain the same for continuity reasons.
But it's also an interesting thing that you propose, and you can always get a hold of us at 732-758-0508.
We wouldn't have a final say on the. That would be.
Oh, come on, Walt! You're ruining the thing. We're going for graft here, all right? Yeah, they call us up, they make a shady deal, and we make promises we can't deliver on. It's good.
That's true. We could do
that.
No one's
rolled in with a bag of cash, going like, if you feature our comic or whatever.
Well, if one day it's all My Little Pony behind there, I know what the deal is, that some kind of under-the-counter deal was made, and that's the final decision.
The clearance issues are nuts. Like, I think the first season we had 2 attorneys on the show, and now there's like 11 or something, and all attorneys do is cock-block you nonstop. I tried to wear a BioShock shirt this year. In almost 3 months, they couldn't clear it, because the attorneys are going back and forth. Well, are you going to do this? What are you going to say in the episode? It's like, I don't fucking know. Like, how would we know that? So that shit is difficult,
Yeah, every shirt that is worn has to be cleared. It's
Yeah, that's why if you see in the background, people are always wearing kind of the same very generic, like Old Navy T-shirts.
With hoodies, because there's a couple of scenes where you're wearing a hoodie. Obviously, you're covering up what you were wearing that day because they couldn't get the clearance on it.
Yep.
Comic Book Men Season 7 premieres October 22nd, I guess the 23rd, really, if it's at 1 a.m. On AMC.
106.
Yeah, 106.
Or get the AMC app. You can watch it there. That's probably your best bet. Set the DVR, because especially going into fall,
it's daylight savings, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Oh my God, now you're at 2 a.m. Guys, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and then thank you for being cool enough to do this every time you guys are around. I'm a big fan, as you obviously know, and best of luck with Season 7. Do you personally want to keep this going? I mean, do you think that Season 7 you've done all you can do, or do you want to keep going?
If the alternative is to get a regular job, then I absolutely want to keep going until I just keel over.
My friend, have they run out of toys and comics yet? No, so we're going to keep going.
We still have a wish list of stuff we want to see. So, yeah, I think we can keep going.
All right, that's good to hear. Guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you,
Eric, thanks.